Good morning and welcome to my yoga corner. Today is Workout Wednesday, so we're going to work out and gain some strength today. So I want you to get your block, your strap, your 3 to 5 pound weights, and let's work out. So I was thinking a lot about today's class and about the word strength. And, being here in my basement, I thought of this scenario. Several years ago, well, actually just a few years ago, we had a flood in our basement, and the septic tank from the hospital just down the street came up into our basement. And we walked downstairs and oh my God, we literally had a shitload of stuff to deal with. And when you come down into a disaster like that, you don't know where you're going to find the strength to deal with it. And we did. We just started in one corner and started working all the way through the basement. The floors had to come out, the walls had to come down. We basically were left with a shell, and then we started to rebuild. And it was exciting to rebuild. And so here I am now in my basement teaching you a yoga class. It's wonderful. So from that point of desperation of what are we going to do? How are we going to find the strength to get through this? We did, step by step. And so in regards to what we're going through in our life today with the coronavirus and the home isolation, etc., businesses closing down, and including mine, we wonder, how are we going to get through this? We become overwhelmed, we feel weak, and we don't know what to do. But we start with one step. We start in one corner of our life. Just like I'm starting in one corner of my basement, calling this my yoga corner. This is the first step to rebuilding again. So I want you to think about that in your own life right now, where you may have personally situations that are overwhelming, as well as the world situation that is overwhelming. And we have to start with one single step. So it's interesting that the card today is strength. And I love the message here. My strength emerges when I have clear intentions and trust the process of life. So I love that, those two words, clear intentions. So when we have a clear intention of where we want to go, we can begin with that first step. So our reflection this morning is, where in my life can I release tension and set intention? So let's close our eyes and reflect in your own life personally. Where can I let go of tension and then set clear intention? once you have that clear intention, you actually feel the energy of becoming stronger, more vibrant in your being. So keep that throughout the practice today. And when you may feel a little bit overwhelmed in your practice, possibly, then set your intention of getting through the strength postures and the intention of gaining strength through this practice. So we're going to start with a couple of stretches first. So I want you to close your eyes first and get into your breath and start to practice nice deep breath in through the nose, out through the nose. Bring it into the back of the throat and constrict your vocal cords and create the Ujjayi breath to begin with. This breath is going to create strength in your being. So begin, inhale and exhaling. So you may sound like Darth Vader as you're breathing your Ujjayi breath. That's the way it needs to sound. It's almost like a snore-like sound in the back of the throat. So I want you to continue that just for a couple more breaths, really focusing in on Ujjayi breath, bringing your focus into your practice. Let go of everything else right now. Just practicing. Let's lift our gaze up to the ceiling, stretching the front of the neck and the collarbones. Exhale, drop the chin down to the chest, stretch the back of the neck and the shoulders. Inhale, reach up with your gaze to the ceiling. Exhale, take your chin into the chest, stretch. Feel that beautiful first morning stretch of the day in your neck and your shoulders. Good. Let's do one more. Good. Let's bring the head back to center. Bring the hands to your heart. Interlace the fingers. Stretch your arms out. Feel that deep stretch from the upper back into the shoulders, through the arms, into the wrists. And up. Reach it up to the ceiling and feel that stretch right from your hips all the way to your wrists. And let's bring our hands in behind us, interlace our fingers, stretch the shoulders back. If that's too much for you, hold on to your opposite elbows, but give your front chest and shoulders a nice stretch. And shake it out. Okay, let's take our strap or your scarf and let's bring it center and then center again to make it about as long as your knees are apart. So remember from last week, we're going to hold on to our strap or a scarf and pull. So it's better to have a strap because you want that pull there. And inhale. Keep pulling the strap, lift the arms up, and exhale, bring it down. Let's do 3 of these, so 2 more. Good. Let's take it up. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring it in behind your neck. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, in behind. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, in behind. Let's do one more. Really stretch. Pull on that strap. Feel your muscles being used and bring it in behind. Let's take it up and bring it over to the right side, stretching that left tricep. Bring it up. Let's take it to the other side. Stretch that right tricep. And bring it up. Whew, those arms feel good. So let's strengthen our shoulders. Take your block, bring it in between the forearms. Lift up your elbows to your shoulder height and push into your block and breathe. Now you should start to feel it. Don't give up. You're gaining strength in your shoulders, your upper back, your arms. Just keep pushing into that block. Feel the strength in your arms. Keep pushing. I know your arms might be shaking by now. That's okay. You're gaining lots of strength here. Feels good. Strong. And let it go. Ooh, shake out those arms. Feeling good? I'm feeling great. So let's move into our solar plexus. So this is your own personal willpower, your personal strength, all found here in your core. So it's really important that we strengthen our core. As we strengthen our core, we strengthen our solar plexus. As we strengthen our solar plexus, we also strengthen our digestive system. So we're able to digest our food, able to digest our ideas, able to digest life. So let's do a couple twists to begin with, just to start to move that energy through our solar plexus, and then we'll go into elbow table plank to really strengthen our solar plexus. So let's take our left hand over to the right knee, take the right hand in behind, have 3 breaths here. Let's move it to the other side. and move it back. Now, if you feel a little bit of gurgling in your gut, that's good. That means you're moving your digestive tract. It's really interesting. We're working on the solar plexus, and the song Real Me comes on. It's a song that I wrote, and along with my friend Trance Blackman, who I have in the background here. His music is a little more lively than mine, so I thought I'd use his music to motivate us today. But we wrote this song together. It is called Real Me. So it's about being the real me. Okay, let's take it further. Left knee in the middle of your mat. Bring your right leg over top. Now draw your right knee into your chest with your left arm. Take your right arm in behind you. Gaze over your right shoulder. Remember to breathe. Nice deep breaths. Now let's release. Take it to the other side. Right knee down. Left leg over. Left knee into the chest with your right arm. Take your left arm in behind you. Now for some of you, this might be a little bit challenging. You can keep your bottom leg straight as a modification. And just as the chorus goes, I'm good enough just being me. So once you realize that, you're going to find that strength in the solar plexus. Let's take it into our elbow table plank. So we're going to come down onto our forearms, interlacing our fingers. Come up onto your toes, hip width apart. We're going to tuck in our core, strengthen our back. We're strengthening our legs, our arms, our shoulders, and strengthening that core. So tuck in the core. Let's hold it here for 10 breaths. If this is too much for you, drop onto the knees. Make sure those knees are way back from your hips so that your core is still being used. Now, if you're done your 10 breaths, you can lay down on the mat. If you're not, stay up till you're done your 10 breaths, unless you only can make it for 6 or 7. You can increase your breaths every day. Just take a little rest. Now let's bring it up and come into your tabletop. So I want you to take your wrists under your shoulders, your knees under your hips, tuck your toes in behind your knees. Inhale, gaze up, arching your back slightly. Exhale, gaze in, tuck the chin in, round your spine. Let's do a few breaths here. This is unlocking some of that tension you're carrying in your spine, in your back, in your core. Let it go. Good. From here, we're going to come into downward dog. So come up onto your toes and back into downward dog. Walk your dog. Stretch out the legs. Look up at your hands. Guide your right foot up to your hands. You're going to stay back on those back toes. We're going to take our 3 or 5 pound weights, steady ourselves in our high lunge. Good. Let's just work our biceps a little bit while we're focusing on our balance in high lunge here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Drop the weights. Take yourselves high plank. Lower your body, chaturanga, keeping those elbows tucked in. Use your triceps. Bring yourself down. Let's hold it here for 3 breaths. Before going down to the ground, hold, 2, 3, and come upward facing dog. 2, 3, downward dog. 2, 3. Good. Look up. Step up. Grab those weights as you steady yourself in high lunge, and let's work those biceps. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Drop the weights, high plank. Lower. 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold. 2, 3, upward dog. 2, 3, downward dog. 2, 3. We're starting to get a little rosy. Beautiful. Look up, step up. Bring your breath up. Whoops, I hit the wall. And exhale at your heart. Okay, well, sometimes there's bloopers in videos, and I'm not going to start all over again, so just accept that blooper. Okay, so let's start here. We're going to do some chaturanga push-ups. So from here, I want you to set an intention. Let's just start with 5. Let's intend to do 5 chaturanga push-ups, really focusing in on our triceps and the strength of our being. So let's take it down, high plank. We're going to lower. You can bring your block in the middle. Kind of gives you a visual. For some reason, you feel stronger. I don't know why. Keep those wrists under your shoulders. Lower the body and lift. Lower the body and lift. Keep those elbows tucked into the side and lift. And 2 more. And lift. And 1 more. And lift. Good. Drop onto your knees. Separating the knees and come into a wide-legged child. That felt good. Who wants to do 5 more? Let's do 5 more. Just have a little rest. And let's shake it out. Okay, so let's do 5 more chaturanga push-ups. You're going to keep your elbows tucked into your side. If this is too much for you, let's do our second set from our knees, just so I can show you from your knees. So come into your high plank first. Feet are hip width apart. High plank. Drop onto your knees. So your knees are quite a bit away from your hips. So you're not like this. You want to keep your knees back so that you can bring yourself down like this. Keep those elbows tucked in. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Ooh, good. That feels good. Let's bring ourselves back into wide-legged child's pose. Good. Now you should be feeling a little more rosier. We've worked up a little bit of our heart muscle, so you don't need excess cardio to work your heart muscle. You just need some strengthening yoga to work your heart muscle. So let's take it back to downward dog. Good. We're gonna build some strength in our legs. Look up at your feet. Draw your feet up halfway. We're going to bring our arms up into chair pose. Good. Sit back. Sit back on your heels. Lift your toes slightly. Tuck in your core. Beautiful. Now, you should feel it in here, in your hamstrings. Now, tuck in that core. You feel it in your core. Good. So we're going to really strengthen our legs now. We're going to take the left foot deeper into the mat. Lift up our right foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and back down. 2, 3, 4, 5. Left foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and back to chair pose. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Drop into your high plank. Let's bring it down slow motion. Chaturanga. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Upward dog. 2, 3, 4, 5. Downward dog. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Look up. Step up. Let's bring the body up. I want you to get your strap. So we're gonna keep working these legs. Now you can use your strap or you can use your 2 index fingers. I'm gonna show you both ways. So we're gonna first lift up the right leg with our strap. So when you're using your strap, you wanna place the hand just above your knee. You're gonna take your left hand on your left hip and you're gonna guide your right leg up. So what I want to see here is your spine nice and tall. So you're not leaning back and you're not leaning forward. You are nice and straight. Hold on here. Okay, so let's do that again. Beautiful. Keep up straight. Nice. Let's move to the other side. Keep your chest up, your spine lifted tall. Beautiful. Good. So we're going to do that again, but use our index fingers. 2 index fingers on the right hand. Take it around the right big toe. Extend the leg out. Keep your spine lifted tall. So you don't want to be leaning forward and you don't want to be leaning back. See how that throws me off balance? So you don't want to lean forward or back. You want your spine lifted tall. In order to do that, you've got to tuck in that core. Use your core muscles here. There's a lot more to using your core in your yoga postures than you realize. If you have to use your strap again, that's fine. If you need to use the wall, use the wall. You can always work towards where we're going. So right foot down, 2 fingers around your left big toe, tuck in the tummy, strengthen that core, lift up the spine. Beautiful. It's a little harder to balance for me because I'm on carpet. I will be on a floor soon. Whew. Coming to a floor near you soon. For now, we're in the yoga corner on the carpet. Good. So let's walk that out. And bring it back down to the mat. Let's stretch out those legs a little bit. So take your right foot into your left thigh and walk down beside your left foot. Get a good deep stretch in the back of that leg. Good. Take it to the other side. And bring yourself up. Shake out the legs. Take it down to the mat and lift the legs up in waterfall. Just let them float for just a moment. Good. Bring down the feet. Feet together, knees together, spread out the arms. And just bring the knees side to side, taking your gaze opposite to where you take your knees. Just get a nice little stretch in here. And come into your Savasana. Arms at your side, palms facing the ceiling. Close your eyes. Allow yourself to receive the benefits of your postures today. Let your mind and your body receive right now. Receive the strength that you gained through this practice. Now begin to awaken your body. Stretch your arms above the head while you're still laying down. Stretch those arms out wide. Start moving your head side to side. Release your arms. Roll onto your right side body and come up slowly back to your easy pose. Close your eyes. Go internal. Feel that inner strength. And keep this strength with you throughout your day today. With much gratitude for joining me. Namaste. See you tomorrow.